I'm back. I wanted to get this video out earlier. It's late. It's not late, but 5:43 me recording that just doesn't sound right. Unless I was at home, but I'm not. I'm in college, so I usually record earlier for classes. But I took a nap today. Felt great. But we're back. We're here. The week's in 7. Yo, the NBA starts up in 7 days. I absolutely can't wait for that. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the NBA to start up. First game, Warriors versus Lakers. I can't. LeBron versus Kirk. Is it LeBron versus Kirk? I think they're playing first. I think they're playing at 7, which is surprising on a West Coast side. Which is surprising they're playing first. You would think it'd be an East Coast. But it doesn't matter. The NBA is starting up. The NBA is finally back. Well, we've had preseason, but it doesn't feel the same. Preseason just doesn't feel the same. Now, I didn't know what I was really going to come on here and talk about until I started looking at some preseason highlights. I hate basically scouting on highlights, low key. I like watching full games and then actually talking about the games. But it's probably my one and only video I'll talk about with only talking about highlights, really. Let's talk Victor Wembanyama in the preseason, because the way he's looking is actually what we all think he's gonna pan out to be. That superstar, Hall of Fame player that we all think he's gonna be. I mean, has been dominating the summer league. Like, he's been dominating the preseason like he's a seasoned vet. Devin Booker has been dominating the preseason, and he only plays a half. He only plays a half. Now, I don't know how many minutes Victor plays. I don't look into that. When I watch highlights, I really kind of just see what's going on. And I don't know if he's playing all game. I don't know if he's playing just 3 quarters. I don't know if he's playing 2 quarters. Now, the stuff I've seen from Victor have been very promising. Again, we haven't seen him go up against like a star like a Giannis or a Jokic. We haven't seen what his defense looks like, at least post defense. But with his help defense, it's looking amazing. His help defense is looking great. His blocking is looking great. Now with him, obviously, I think he's gonna get more put in the help position instead of being the main guy guarding like Giannis or something. I think he'll most likely be in the help position because his body type. Again, he is 7'3", but he is very skinny. Yeah, he put on some pounds of muscle, but with him being so skinny, I know how that feels, getting bodied in the post. I know how that feels. But we're not talking about me here. We're talking about Victor. I do think that he'll be in the help position. I don't think he'll be guarding. With him guarding, I think he'll get bodied in the post more often than people think he will. And I think with him in the help position, it'll really help him elevate that blocking potential of his and just being a help defender in the paint. Again, with him being skinny, he's going to get bodied a lot by a guy like Giannis or Jokic, who are built off really muscle, really. Like, Giannis is probably I think he's like 250 pure muscle. Jokic is more of the, I don't want to say fat, but more of the chubby kind of player who can really just body you with his weight. And I think Pop is a smart enough coach to not really use Victor in that post defense type of place. I think Pop will move him. Now, the offensive side of the ball has looked amazing for him. The offensive side, we've seen him handle the rock. We've seen him pick and roll. We've seen him as the main pick and roll guy with the ball. We've seen him with the main pick and roll as the screen setter. He's looked great offensively. And when I look back and say who I was going to win Rookie of the Year, I'm hesitant now. I'm hesitant a little. Just a little. Just a little. Because Chet is the same build as Victor. And when them two went up against each other in their first preseason game, it looked like Victor got the upper hand against him. Now, I'm not about to sit here and judge anybody over one game. I don't like doing that. I feel like it's retarded. I feel like that's not even a point of doing anything, because if you judge somebody off one game and he does trash the next, then your judgment is obviously wrong. You have to wait a couple more games. But Victor playing offensively has been a good thing to look at. There was one play which kind of surprised me. Now, it was Victor bringing up the ball And usually your center obviously runs pick and roll. When we see Jokic or someone like Joel Embiid do it, it's usually more of like an ISO where you get in the post and do your thing. He's running the pick and roll. And when you do the pick and roll with a guy like Jokic, Jokic is obviously he's the more ball handler on the team. He usually operates in the pick and roll. When he does it, it's usually Aaron Gordon setting the screen. And you're going off that and you're trying to collapse the defense with Aaron Gordon now being the roller and Jokic, as good as his passing, can really put it up there and Aaron Gordon can go get it. And the defense collapses on that. With Victor, it was kind of the opposite. There was one play where Trey Jones set a screen, and basically Victor ran the screen with Trey Jones. He went left off the top right-hand corner. He went left. He passed it to Trey Jones immediately after I think it was I don't know I keep forgetting the word for it, of the screens where you don't really set it. It's like a fake screen, basically. You go up and then you just roll it, like you fade immediately. You don't really set the screen. It was one of those, and he gave Trey Jones the ball, and he got it right back when the defense was already confobbed. Because when you switch that, you don't really want to in the first place. So you can't hedge. So once he gets rid of the ball, you're going to anticipate the screen as a defender. And once you don't, like, this is hard to put in perspective because when I play, I don't really pay attention to screens really as often. But when you're on a ball, when you're guarding someone as a defender, right, and you see that ball screen coming, you want to anticipate that ball screen. So you're probably going to now guard him in the way of either like this, usually Jrue Holiday. You'll probably see Jrue Holiday or Marcus Smart do this a lot. You'll guard it basically with the screen coming right here, right? You'll guard it and have your back to the screen. So when when he does this, you can easily spin off. Usually Jrue Holiday or Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart really made a living in this. He's going to spin off of it, and he's going to come back to the ball, and he's going to stop him right in front of him, because usually you don't want to switch, obviously, a guard and center pick and roll. But he gave it to him immediately. So what that does now is now you're kind of in a chase position, because, again, Victor has his long legs. He can get to the paint really faster than anybody. You're in a chase position now with him running to the basket, which was an easy dump off, and Victor really can elevate from anywhere. He's 7'3". His wingspan is long as hell. He can really dunk from anywhere. Now, I do like having him low-key as a little ball handler. Not all the time, but here and there to just confuse the defense. Because mostly you're going to see Victor as the main roller screen setter. But with him now being an on-ball guy, which we usually see more often, I think he played G League last year. I'm mistaken where he played last year. I forgot if it was overseas or it was the G League. But he was playing the ball handler role. Like, he would get in the post and he would do more of a face-up game than post you down and get to the basket. So I think Pop is going to definitely use him in advantage for that. And honestly, the only thing that would, again, scare me is, again, his body weight and him getting bodied. But, again, it's really easy to hide someone like that. We see it all the time with guards being the weakest defender. We see it all the time, hiding them. But for a center, I think it's going to be more difficult because you can't really hide a center on defense. We've actually seen it with Rob with the Celtics. We've seen him guard the weaker perimeter players that can't shoot threes or something, and then he'll help off and get easy blocks. We've seen it a lot. But again, back to his offensive side, it's looking very good for him, and with him doing that, I think it was going to elevate the Spurs offense way more. I think it makes it way more versatile, other than usually Keldon Johnson running the offense or Trey Jones running the offense. I think it would be way more versatile for them. And again, obviously he was the number one pick in the draft. He's probably going to get way more touches than anyone on the court. That's not named Victor. He's probably going to get the most shots probably after a week or two into the league. So I don't expect too much from this Spurs team. Again, this is me just kind of ranting on and on about Victor and how I really liked his play style in the preseason. He looked very good. He looked like he was 2-3 years into the league and just knew what to do. Like, he knew when to go. He knew when to help. I haven't seen a lot of his perimeter defense, but I think I don't know about his perimeter defense. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. It's probably the one thing I really haven't looked at. But knowing a lot of centers that get beat off the dribble a lot and have a long wingspan, they recover very faster than others like guards or something. They recover very faster and block shots a lot. And I don't really know what else to talk about with Victor, but I think they're going to use him a lot in the transition game. We've seen it. That's one thing I've noticed, and everyone's talking about, oh, he's cherry picking. He's not helping rebound. What's the point of grabbing a 7'3" guy and not helping rebound? Now, I'm going to give, this is probably my last thing talking about him, but looking at that and you think that he's not going to help rebound. Obviously, there's going to be plays where a lot of players do leak out, and using Victor in the transition game is probably going to be the Spurs' best source of offense, because last year their set offense was honestly not as good. When I sat down and actually watched Spurs basketball, it wasn't a good set offense. I'm going to be honest. Greg Popovich is a defensive-minded coach. That's why their defense is always so good. And no matter really who's on that team, their defense is going to be a top-tier defense in the league. Maybe not top 5, obviously, but like a top 10, top 15 defense. And with him leaking out more in transition, it's going to be very fucking difficult to stop. Yeah, it's not a Giannis where he could really just body you in the paint and just go by. But he's a type of guy who's a 7-footer who could surprisingly do a pull-up mid-range. He could stop. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if he's running, right? Say you get it out to him quick. Say someone else rebounds it and he's at the half-court line. Give it to him, and he's running the break, basically. Victor Wembanyama, you're going to be focused on him attacking because, again, he's a 7'3" guy. You're going to be focused on him attacking. He can shoot. So now with them backing up, Victor can easily stop, wait for the defense, look what's happening, and if they're still sagging off and the defense is not helping, it's an easy jump shot for him. Now with that, you're using him again in the transition game, which really could help the offense. And then once you get the transition game going, that's when the set offense will come. Set offense doesn't just come automatically if your team's obviously doesn't have too many playmakers on it. But when the transition game's helping, it kind of forces the team to get back more often. So they're going to be worried about your transition game, which then opens up the game more for the other players like a Trey Jones, a Keldon Johnson. I'm forgetting who else is on the team. But yeah, I think that's going to be my little rant on Victor. It's not really a rant. It's kind of me praising him, how he's played in the preseason. Again, I'm going to try to get a video out Thursday. I don't know what I'm going to record about. But I'm going to find something. I'm going to record and I'm going to find something to talk about. I kind of already have a topic, but I don't know how I'm going to talk about it. So I really just got on here praising Victor because the way he's been playing is very fucking good. It's very good. And people need to probably look at that more often because it's just too damn good for first year. It's too damn good. Obviously, the preseason is different than the regular season. It's more of an atmosphere. But yeah, that's my little rant. I think I'm gonna quit. I think I'm done here. Yeah. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.